Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Hearts of Iron 4, the Russian Rampage campaign, also known as the Soviet Union. Am I not supposed to call it Russia? Why is it called the Soviet Union? You know, I don't know my history very well. Why did they do that? You know, why did they change it to Soviet Union instead of Russia? Because in EU4, right, 1444 to 1821, it went from like Moscow or whatever into Russia. But at what point did it become the Soviet Union? Hindenburg just collapsed or fell or whatever. Exploded. Okay, so if this penalty is like, I just don't know. Like, are we actually, I don't want to be forced to fire a guy that we've paid to hire, so I think I'm still just going to stockpile points, even though we could be getting some bonus right now. Unless, of course, there's a specific research branch that I want to go down right now. Still half year ahead. It's like 180 days. We can knock out one more research. We're definitely going to want to keep up to date on fighters. Fighters are the most important airplane in the game, by far. Air Doctrine. I mean, we could. Fighter detection. Fighter detection. I hate to be so negative. I'm not being negative. I'm just, well, I kind of am and I'm kind of not. I'm just being, I'm using a critical eye here. I really feel like a lot of these doctrines are so samey. And maybe that's just my inexperience with the game or something, but like, when there's so many things that are so similar, it's like, what's the point in having all these different trees? I feel like they're like, we had this idea, and we wanted to have lots of different, ways to play and different, strategies, but then they're like, well, what do we give them? Well, I don't know. How about fighter detection? Okay, sounds good. And then this guy, whoever was working on the strategic destruction tree, is like, fighter detection, yeah, that's good. I'd be willing to bet somewhere in this tree we're going to find fighter detection. It's like, yeah, look at that, freaking fighter detection. What's the point? That just makes me angry. We already do have fleet in being. Strong fleet focused around battleships means that we are a force to be reckoned with when deployed at sea. Our battle cruisers, battleships, and heavy cruisers have more stuff. Well, couldn't hurt to research a better ship then. Battleship, battlecruiser, heavy cruiser. Battleship, battlecruiser, and a heavy class cruiser. This is a heavy, right? Is it considered a heavy? What does this little star thing mean? This little diamond? Ah, Project 21. I remember there was a focus that gives you an advantage to Project 21. There it is, right there. An ocean-going navy. Project 21 and the Sovietsky Suyo class. 2 bonuses. Just to those 2 specific ships. But they're both the same, like, tier. Project 21 and then this one. Let's see if we can see what the difference is. I think if you hold shift, you can open up 2 at once. Yeah. Alright, so Project 21 we'll put on the left. Okay, what is the difference between these 2 battleships? Much higher manpower. Same production cost. This one's got a 2. Diamond 2. Diamond 1. Like tier 2, tier 1 kind of thing. Sub detection, equivalent. Shore bombard. Evasion's the same. Port capacity usage. So it's a bigger ship for sure. It's the same speed though. Way more HP. 33% extra. Better piercing. Much higher production cost. Wow. Okay. More naval firepower. It's just a bigger ship basically. And a lot more armor. Well, if I had to guess, I'd say that you'd want to have more smaller ships. I didn't see any bonuses to cruisers. But we certainly do want some destroyers. Here, let's compare these 2. How much of an advantage are we going to get? Production cost only goes up by 10%. And we end up with, I wish that they would have some continuity between this. Like, okay, look at this. For some reason, HP is on the left over here. HP is on the right over here. What the hell? Anyway. So, we gain a lot of HP by upgrading the ship quality. Port usage stays the same, better depth charges. Everything's just going to be upgraded, I think. Almost everything will go higher. More manpower, better sub-detection, better firing range. Better double torpedo attack, in fact. Significant better naval firepower. Some more anti-air, better range, better piercing. Yeah, I mean, we're making destroyers, and destroyers are screen ships. We need them. it's just really not part of my game plan overall. I'm not gonna do it. Nope. No, you can't make me. I just don't care about boats, man. Boats are not gonna win any war for us. Probably not. At least not in the mid to early game. Alright, the trial of the 21. After several rounds of arrests and trials, the Great Purge has weaved a narrative that led up to this trial. Among the accused are not only the old leaders like Nikolai Bukharin, but a number of diplomats, politicians, military officials, and even many high-ranked NKVD officers. The charges are also more extensive than previously, including a decade-old plots to murder Soviet leaders and sell the Union to its enemies. The fact that the NKVD themselves are now among the targets of the Purge has, in a sense, brought the proceedings in full circle. Threats and beatings have led to many confessions to all charges, even the most outlandish ones. The leading defendants face execution. So basically, we're just beating people until they agree to whatever we say so that they can stop being beaten, whether it's true or not. All right. Increases penalty from officers purged in both cases. We don't want the Civil War. We pretty much have to choose one of these two. We would lose a general. We would lose a naval commander. Well, the naval commander's significantly less important. Capital ships guy, don't care about. Air reformer guide, all weather guy, don't care. Air safety, foreign subversive activities. This is the one. The Navy and Air Forces have been getting off easy so far. Kick them out. Let's do it. Hey, Germany, do something bad. Or maybe Japan, do something bad. Declare war on China. I need you to do something. Chinese border incident, here it comes. Alright, so they're doing this now. Marco Polo Bridge incident, and then next they're probably going to take war with China. And they'll declare war on China. China, out of curiosity, is just completely non-aligned. Could I guarantee them? I can only guarantee communist nations. National Spain did just win, and hey, sweet, we can change over our economy to war. Such a significant boost. So, civilian factory construction speed goes from -30 to 0. We get bonuses to conversion. And more importantly, consumer goods to factories goes from 30% down to 15%. So right now, we're missing out on quite a few factories. 26 of our civilian factories are... Wow, that's a lot. Yeah. Well, because it's 30% of 90. 30 times point... Sorry, 90 times 0.3 is 27. It's actually rounding down for us. That's very nice of it. Considering we have exactly 90 right now, it should really be 27. Or is it because we're trading a good away? I'm not sure. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to get more civilian factories available, is the whole point. So yeah, we're going to do war economy, of course. Export focus. We could get rid of some of our research bonus. But we don't need the resources right now, so I don't think there's any point to it. And I'm going to continue to hold off until we finish the Great Purge on hiring any other guys. Here's a Marco Polo... Oh, no, end of the Spanish Civil War. Marco Polo Bridge incident is coming soon. Okay, construction 2. Still far ahead there. 0.57 years. I'm not going to use either of these, most likely. Can't do this yet. We're too far ahead of time on those. I don't think I want a field hospital. Russian cost. Huh. Is the field hospital, like, really cheap? I want to look this up. I want to know exactly... Why won't you tell me how much support equipment we need for this? Alright, I'm going to look it up. HOI4 field hospital. Okay, support battalions, technology, HOI4 wiki. Field hospital. Doesn't tell me. Wait, no. Production cost of 4, it says, for support equipment. But it doesn't tell me how many we need. Stupid HOI4 wiki. I mean, if it's really cheap, I wouldn't mind having it. Just for the experience bonus. I don't think we need Marines. Damn it. There's like nothing that like really jumps out as like the right research to do. And we could go for the heavy. Heavy tanks, have a higher production cost, 25 versus light at 8, but they also require far fewer tanks to fill a division, or a brigade rather. It doesn't tell you how much in here, which it really should, it just obfuscates it, but a single heavy tank might give us the armor we need. And if we made a single heavy tank destroyer, we could take it even lower, which would effectively cut the production cost down to 12.5, which is pretty close to the production cost of the light tank. Are we going to want to go for the heavy, super heavy combo? Maybe, at some point. This would certainly be the easiest way to get armor incorporated into our army right now. Way too far ahead of time there. I'm just gonna knock out radio. I think radio could serve some value to me. We'll go back up to speed 5. Let's see if we can knock this thing out here very soon. Right now we're gonna get a penalty to research time at 10%, naval doctrine, air doctrine, all that stuff. So knowing now, in hindsight, that this is going to happen, it probably would make sense to get as much land doctrine research done as you can before you have to do this penalty. And I bet, actually, if I start the research of a doctrine right now, that, again, if research bonuses from technology don't get applied retroactively anymore, then this would probably also not get applied retroactively to defense in depth. So by all means, let's get some more organization on our leg infantry. A little bit better entrenchment. Amelia Earhart is dead. Goodbye, Amelia. You are not probably going to be missed. And yes, all these officers purged is going to cost me, now it looks like 4 years of penalty. Alright, Great Purge details. Yeah, we ended up with 1,460 days. That is 4 years. Or is it? Well, let me just check one more time. 1,460 divided by 365. Yeah, it's exactly 4. I should know that because I used to sell long-term care insurance, which was sold on a yearly basis. It goes 365, 730, 965, I think. Or no, not that. Couldn't be it. I forget. No, it's 1,035. 1,095. Damn. Well, it's been 4 years since I was in the insurance business, so. Despite harsh previous rhetoric against both the people and the ideological leadership of the Soviet Union, Adolf Hitler in Germany has now reached out to us, requesting a mutually beneficial research treaty. While exchanging knowledge would help our efforts to develop new tank designs, along with promises of other research benefits in the future, there is little doubt, considering previous statements, that the Germans are doing this for their own sake. Should we go forward with the agreement, despite the risk of aiding Adolf Hitler's ambitions? So, we could get a minus 100% research bonus for medium tank models, and a minus 50% research bonus for general armor technology. Interesting. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for general armor technology. Is that going to be like one of these things then? I think so. Well, this is not considered armor. Don't know. Or I can say gain scientist effect, which grants armor research time plus 75% for the next year. We lose a little bit of political power, and I can refuse him. I certainly don't want him to be stronger, because he's going to be probably the biggest threat for us in the beginning, and we also want him to be weak when he fights the allies. So even though this would help me, I think I already started the research of the tank, didn't I? At least the light tank upgrade. Would have been nice to get the T-35 started. I wonder if I could... No. I'm just going to say no. All armor research time goes up for 1 year. Well, fine, we just wait a year before we research any more tanks. We won't give fascists the weapons to crush their proletariat. That's right, you heard me. Alright, so we're done with that thing. We can do rehabilitated military now. And then try to get this bonus to land doctrine. One of the following must be true. We either have to wait till 1941 or has had a war since completing the Great Purge. I definitely want this thing. This isn't really that great. If we're not going to do any land doctrine research for a little while... No, I'm probably just going to keep on doing land doctrine constantly. But now the cost is... It's actually not that bad. Yeah, we'll keep doing it constantly. So... we're going to take advantage of this eventually. Let's just make sure we don't do the last 2 land doctrines, because I'm going to do these eventually. And there's no other bonuses to land doctrine that I've seen. So for now, I think we want to do like some of these things here. I can't go any farther down this tree, but I can get armament, get a couple more factories. Yeah. Yeah, I think we need a couple more factories. And we do have enough army experience now. We can update you to our desired template. Throw in the engineering company. And combat width is at 18 right now. I do want to go up to 20 and then potentially even higher, because we know that we're going to have infantry combat width minus 0.4, which means that instead of our infantry being 2 army 2 combat width, they're all going to be 1.6. And I think the way the math works is that if you put them under a field commander like this guy, who's got own combat width minus 10%, I think it's multiplicative with the 1.6. I don't think it's going to remove 10% off of the 2, taking you down to 1.4. I think it's going to be like 1.4 something. Anyway. I could be mistaken. Alright, so we're not going to have to worry about firing anyone anymore, it sounds like. So, is there anyone that we really want? A popular figurehead? Not purged by Stalin or Trotsky? Cool. Just gotta check everyone again, make sure. Yeah, I mean, he'd be the only one that I really consider, but we don't really need him right now. Okay. Why do they even still show them if I can't hire them? Division defense, division speed. Yeah. As large as our country is, and I always feel like speed is a good thing to have. We don't really need it right this second, though. So we got the concealment expert. This guy's gone. Close air support, amphibious, efficient recovery rate. None of these guys make any sense. I think it's just the research stuff that we have to do. I am definitely going to be doing a bunch of industrial research soon, so I'll just take that guy now. And then we're going to be doing infantry equipment soon as well. So let's knock that out. I think it's about time for new infantry equipment, right? Yeah, only 0.44 years ahead of time. So by the time our research is done, I think we'll be able to do that. All right, World War, come on. Let's do this. So is anyone actually at war? No one's at war. The entire world is at peace. I find that hard to believe. We have 33,000 infantry equipment stored up right now. My infantry is still not even fully trained. We'll just queue up another one of these things and have it separate from the other one. Let's get a few more of these guys knocked out. Desperately need more support equipment. So we started the game in January of 36. It's been not quite 2 years. And some of the stuff that I read online said for like roughly the first 2 to 3 years you want to build civilian factories. Which is what we've been doing. But soon we're going to want to transition over to military factories. Home of the Revolution. What's that? That's this thing. Okay. Alright, well, at least we don't have any penalties. Still well ahead of time there. $319 days now. But that research to armor penalty is not gonna last forever. Okay, I think we hold off and stockpile points for a little bit. I'm not sure, actually, if this really makes any difference. It seems like it should. Okay, Japan's doing their nonsense. That gives us, should have just gained some more civilian factories, cool. And there goes the war with China. 35% world tension. Things are looking to be interesting soon. We could try to justify a war goal on Japan. 205 days, we could go to war with Japan, take over this area up here. I mean, I do think we want to try to start a war with them at some point in the near future. Why don't we take the armor division and bring it down to the Eastern Front And let's just head you guys all the way over here. I think that there's a chance that I want to do this. You still have your front line over here too, don't you? I suppose it doesn't hurt to have it over here. If the other front line ends up going away, they'll just automatically deploy to the west. That could be useful. Alright, well, we're going to have a bunch of research slots available here. At this point, it might make sense to just do it anyway. And in just a couple days here, we're going to upgrade our tank quality. And they are going to be quite a bit significantly improved. 4 more military factories. We'll probably dedicate these all to support equipment. Considering we have a 2,000-day shortage right now. Certainly need more of that. Okay, no more tank research because we're going to pay a significant penalty. Plus 75%. It's too much. And I think we do want to knock out computing machine now. Let's go ahead and get started on support weapons 2 after the ahead of time penalty, or after we've stockpiled 30 days. Still haven't deployed my divisions, huh? Only 97% trained. They can't finish training because they don't have enough support equipment. Let's go ahead and put them on high priority then. Hey, armament efforts out of the way. Can't do that one. We would have to be at war to move our industry out from the borders. Gain more political power. We can improve a little tiny bit of infrastructure. What's the air doctrine? We have to do all 3 of these before we can do this. Civilian to military factory conversion. We'll head down to this other research slot now. And I'm going to go up to the right number. Lowers penalty. Talented new officers. Cool. What's the penalty at now? Oh, it's down by 1%, that's all? Okay, well, it's better than having it last the full 4 years at full strength. Okay, yeah, go ahead and take that. And you can hire another dude. Aircraft, armor, tank. I might do tanks. Yeah, I'll probably do tanks soon. Armor research time. Do we want max speed, reliability? Or do we want armor and hardness? Or reliability and soft attack? I think probably the speed. Speed and reliability. That way we don't ever have to put maintenance companies on them. Well, they could still benefit us, but they're not necessary. As necessary. We start modifying our infantry template a little bit. At the very least, I want to get you up to 20 combat width to start with. And that's good for now. Tank divisions, got the motorized, that's all fine. That division looks good. The cav division, I think we can go ahead and add the military police to this, even though we're not using the template right now. Because eventually we'll need it. I'd just like to have that taken care of. Right, I'm going to take a break here. I'll see you again in the next video. I think Germany's probably going to go to war soon. They've got Anschluss going right now. They're going to take over Austria. And we will probably try to declare war on somebody at some point. We'll see. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.